Our next guest is Representative Ross Hunter. He was a member of the Basic Education Finance Task Force in 2007 and 2008. He was, as I'll put in my training, a roadshow presenter of that group's funding plan. Those of us who know about this, we probably heard him come to our local PTA, and we really appreciated it. I was really thought it was so great as representative from somewhere I didn't even live, came and talked to us. Today, he's House of Ways, Means, and Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. You all are in trouble. I actually wrote something down. No, actually, maybe I need to get out. This week started off with a model ceremony. It's Martin Luther King Day, and it always prompts us to, when we try to do these speeches, to reflect back on words of people's more eloquent than we are. And I pulled some remarks from a speech that Dr. King gave a year before he was killed. This was a speech about the Vietnam War. And the comments that I actually referred to towards the end of the remarks, he had moved beyond talking about the war and had moved into a broader discussion of human values and setting priorities. And what he said is, we are faced with the fierce urgency of now. We are faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. And it may be a ritual to reflect the urgency of investing in the future of our children here at home in Washington with the urgency of ending the war in Vietnam. But I don't think so. It is the burning civil rights issue of our time. The graduation rate of African American or Hispanic children in Washington is terrifyingly low. The gap in achievement between children from low-income backgrounds and those from more privileged neighborhoods, like my kids from, it is profound. It sets children on the path that will not turn out well. Who knows? Every year that we fail to make meaningful investments in our children's education is another 10,000 to 20,000 children who will graduate from high school, prepared to succeed at the next level, prepared to succeed economically. It's another 24,000 children who won't be able to read at grade level like a fourth grader. 24,000 children every year won't be able to read at grade level like a fourth grader. And yet another generation will recreate the achievement gap. And we know that there are success stories where truly dedicated educators have the ability to work with classes that are manageable size. And when the schools have expectations for the children that are strong, but that are reachable, and these expectations have to require effort and persistence on the part of students, we know that we have success when students have the support structure that they need. And when everyone involved in their education is serious about their work. But we also know that it takes resources to do this. Depending on the health of the children, Washington State's in the lower half of states, and by some measurements, the bottom 10, ranked North Middle 43. There are zillions of measurement systems. I haven't seen a one that puts us in the top half. For a state that's almost totally dependent on the high-tech sector, 2/3 of our job in the last 5 years came from the high-tech sector. Underfunding our education system is economic suicide. The McClure case is astoundingly clear. We must act. We must make steady progress towards reaching the funding goals. We have a joint task force on education funding at this interim. First to report their recommendation, and it's a reasonable recommendation. It's not quite as large as Superintendent Doran's recommendation. I'm not sure I can actually count as high as it again. It's $4.5 million over the next 5 years. It's based on studies that we have done